Hi folks, I'm Pat Foudy from Tyres and Pat Foudy Mill Road. I'm here today to tell you about road safety for tyres. With all the crashes and all the sad deaths, it's very serious. And nobody's talking about all the people that are injured. There's hundreds of people injured every year. Life-changing injuries for anybody, young or old. Your family are destroyed. You might be able to work, you might be able to go to school. Everything is serious about this. And it's all down to tyres. A lot of the speed is a problem, but tyres are a big problem. In a new tyre, or any tyre, all you have on the road is a piece of rubber about the size of the sole of your shoe. Your tyre is rotating, so all you have is a small bit at the best of times. So if you're on the motorway with a ball tyre, you're aquaplaning, you're on the country road, leaves are falling, you have rain, everything, and you brake on the turn, a small mile, 50 miles an hour, you can aquaplane or skid, and you're going in the wall, or upside down. So it's a serious problem. I'll show you the tyres now. That's a new tyre. It's 8mm of rubber on that. It has the aquajets for clearing the water and clearing all the rubbish. Down in the middle here, there's little marks. They are the tread wearers. They come up as the tyre wears. Now in the modern car, you only get about 15,000 in the front. You get about 30 in the back. People think you get 30 all around. You won't. With the power steering, engine, braking, front is very heavy. And a lot of them are off the track. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, you're going up then, after that kind of mileage, you're up to the 1.6. That's the legal limit here on that. You can see the little marks that we're showing you. They have come up level with the tyre. They're there. That has lost its grip. It has the pattern, but there's no grip in it. Go down another 1,000 kilometres from that, and here you are with a ball tyre. Now, that's a serious ball tyre. There's no rubber left in it. No grip in the world in that. How you put it down. In any car, that's a dangerous tyre. Go another couple of 100 kilometres, you're down, the wire comes. The tyre's made of wire, or rubber, and a little wire mesh. You're down for the rubber's gone, you're down to the wire. There's the wire coming out. Now, when that happens, you're going very little mileage, and you're down to this. This is the dreaded, this is the blowout. And your tyre will blow up, the same as a balloon. Anyone that had a blowout will tell you it's the most frightening thing you ever had. You're in the car, you're listening to the radio, you're talking to somebody, and bang. You're going across the road, you have no control, or you're going in the wall, you're upside down in the field, maybe somebody killed or somebody hurt. You have no control of a blowout. You lose control completely, and that should not happen to that extent. But it does happen, and that's the blowout that happened on the motorway. That's what just disintegrated like that. Now, with that tyres then, legality-wise, if we have a crash, there was one of the teachers here now was just telling me, the first thing an insurance do when they come out to an accident in a car, they look at your tyres, look at your pressure. If you're driving in something like this, you're gone. They will not cover you, there's nothing in the world, there's no legality on that. Number two, the guards, if you're popping a ball tyre, there is €80, have a fine and 3 points in your licence. So, you're all starting driving, or you will be. A young person driving, they're most of them on the phone. So if a guard spots you, you have 3 points for your phone, he check your tyres, that's 3 points more. That's 6. For a novice driver, you only get 6 points for 6 months. So if you're caught with 6 and you're starting off, you're off the road for 12 months, regardless of what you have. And then, if he catches you with something like that, with a wire or a ball, he can send for a lorry, a tow truck, and check away your car, leave you walking. Take it out to the pound, and in the morning you have to get a tow truck to bring it back out again to somebody like me or a garage to get tyres, so you can't drive it. And the whole thing will set you back about €500. And that happens. And he will do it. Now, the next thing about it is, these tyres here, they're all over the country. You can see them all here. We do about 600 tyres a week. We get 20%. All those tyres come off in a week. They're above, they're all there. And that's it. All you can go to any county, any garage, they have the same as we have. So 20% of the road with tyres on the road is an awful high percentage. People don't realise what they're driving on. This tyre here, tacking is a problem. And you won't know about it. This tyre here looks good. In a car, with a new car now or other cars, they're low profile, they're bent down, the wings are down over the wheel, you can't see. All you have is looks like good. You know how to steer them, and there you are with the wire out on the inside. Now that's a crazy tyre. No, that's going to burst in about maybe another couple of 100 kilometres. That man didn't see that. He thought he was fine, and that was the first in the blowout. And this is the one here. This is serious. This guy here, the video that John has, somebody sent him on a copy of it for the last school I was in, and he looked at his tyres, locked it out on a golf, wheels down, or the body down to the ground. He was driving on that tyre last afternoon. And that tyre now is beyond lethal. It's dangerous, it's going to blow, he has no grip in the way the wall, you slip along that, there's nothing in it. And that was on a car. Now we'll hand you over to John, and John will tell you about the video and about his safety campaign. He's done all the photographs for this for years, and he has made this video.
The only time I ever actually hit another car was back in 1997. and I'd actually bought a new car, but the garage wanted my old car and they gave me a loaner. And I came home, I looked at the tyres, they were a bit better than this, and I knew, yeah, they're legal, I'll be grand, I'm only having this car for a couple of weeks. Stupid. I should have brought it back to the garage and said, give me another car or give me new tyres on that car. I wasn't far from my own home. I mean, they say 80% of accidents happen near your home. I was within 500 metres. Down by the hospital, traffic suddenly stopped as somebody wanted to go into the hospital. I was a split second late on the brakes, and if I had proper tyres under me, I would have stopped in time. As it happened, I hit the car. There wasn't a huge amount of damage done to either, but it was enough to involve the insurance. And for the next 7 years, I had to declare that accident, and it was very, very annoying. It was stupid, but it was down to tyres, simple as that. Since then, I've been lucky enough to go on to test tracks with some major car manufacturers, with Continental, with Pirelli, and particularly with Bridgestone. I remember we were in Rome at their test facility there, and there was a gang of motor journalists there, and there was also people who weren't particularly motor journalists, just ordinary journalists. And it was very obvious we were testing both new Bridgestones, part-worn Bridgestones at the end of their life, and we were also testing them against cheap tyres, the kind of stuff that you'll buy for kind of €40 and the cheapest you can get away with. And it was frightening, the difference between them. You could feel the difference in grip between the new tyre and the part-worn tyre. They've done a lot of research, and grip falls off when a tyre reaches 4 millimeters. You've heard from Pat, a new tyre is 8 millimeters. So once it's 50% gone, you're beginning to see the grip go. And when it hits 3 millimeters, it's really gone. The legal limit is 1.6 millimeters. You need to be thinking of changing your tyres at 3 millimeters. There's no question of it. And I've tested this on tracks. You can tell the difference. You can also tell the difference between a cheap tyre and an expensive tyre. And going back to that test track in Bridgestone, I looked at some of the drivers, some of the people who weren't kind of professional drivers. And while the likes of us motoring journalists were going out and handling the car aggressively, trying to provoke it into a skid so that we could see how it reacted, the others were driving as if they were on a Sunday drive. And I asked one of them that night, could you tell the difference doing what you did? And she said, no, I couldn't. The only time I could tell the difference between a good and a bad tyre was when the professional driver was driving and we were in the passenger seat. And I think the point to take from that is you can drive away on a cheap tyre all day and you won't know the difference. It'll make no difference to your life. But when you come to call on its extra performance for braking, for steering, that's when it's going to let you down. So when you have to suddenly stop, you have to suddenly make an avoiding manoeuvre, that's when a cheap tyre or a worn tyre is going to let you down. And that is the big takeaway. Now, this morning I had just a quick look online. One of the most popular tyre sizes is 215/16, so it's 16 inches from here to here, 215 millimeters from there to there. It's on an awful lot of new cars, and the prices range from €50 up to 330. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that you'd spend €330 on a tyre. I wouldn't do it myself, particularly for a family car. I'd also suggest you wouldn't be spending €40 or €50 on a tyre for anything. They might be fit for the side of a boat, but not much else. Just up the budget to maybe €100 per tyre, and you'll get a very good tyre that will stand you in good stead. There's no need to spend much more than that. If you're driving a sporty car, yes, but for a family car, that kind of range, you will have plenty of choice. Good tyre with decent wet grip and very good wear rates. So just appealing to you, we'll show you the video now in a minute. These are videos we've made over the last couple of years. I've been writing about tyres for at least the last 15 years, and particularly for National Tyre Week, where we all should go out and check our tyres, but we should check our tyres on a weekly basis, check the tyre pressures, check to see the condition, and particularly check the sidewall, because there can be damage if you hit a curb or anything. If you see any bulges or any cuts, that's the time to bring in the experts like Pat and see what whether the tyre is damaged or not. So I'll show you the videos, and if you have any questions afterwards, we can deal with those. Thanks very much.